If you walked into work today and they told you that you only have 90 days left in your current role and that there will not be another role after that, what would you do? Do you have a backup plan? So if you're like most Americans, you have no idea what you would do. And I was in this same exact boat twice in my career. And today I'm going to walk you through exactly what I would do to replace my income in 90 days and what I teach people all across the United States. So, hey, I'm Dustin Neff, your anti career coach, and I help people figure out how to exit corporate America in 90 days, replace their income, and move on past corporate America. So, for two decades, I worked for Nike, ran different stores, marketplaces, had an absolute blast. It was one of my childhood dreams. I wanted to move back to Little Rock, so I exited Nike and I just started chasing money. I would go to whatever company would pay me the most money. And what I figured out was like my skills were transferable regardless of the industry or niche. But as I made more money, the demands, drastically went up. So I was working 80 to 85 hours a week. I was burnout. I was stressed, on call 24/7. I kind of lost sight of being in shape because that's one of my most important pillars. So stay with me. I'm going to walk you through exactly what I would do if I had to replace my salary and income in 90 days and build something for the long term. All right. So it's really three steps. So step one is identifying your skill set, your niche, and what you want to do. So the number one business that I recommend is consulting. So you have high value skills if you're successful that you can teach to people and they'll be more than willing to pay. So if you're a 7 to 8 in whatever your superpower is, somebody's at a 3 or 4 and they want to skip those steps. I always like to learn things on my own. But what you figure out pretty quickly is, man, I'm learning it the hard way. I'm taking the long road instead of the fast track. So identify what your number one skill is and what would people pay you to learn. So I'll give you some examples. So one is I have a friend and a client that was in the restaurant business for 3 decades. So he had 8 restaurants, and then COVID absolutely just killed his business. So he had that skill set of knowing how to own and operate a business, but he wanted to do it without the overhead. So he got into automated vending, and now he is the largest owner and the largest company in this niche. And what did he do? He just took something that he already knew, he knew how to operate, and then he knew how to scale it. So within 6 months, he went from having zero to being the biggest owner in the company. So just a perfect example of you have a transferable skill. So identifying what that skill is, and then two is identifying how do you want to scale that. So the quickest and easiest way is consulting. All right. So whether you're working with individuals that will pay you three, five, $10,000 a month, or for businesses that will pay you 10 to 50 to $100,000 for 12 months, whatever that looks like, that is number one is figuring out what industry that is and how to do that. All right. Second is, creating a safety net. So I call it automated income. And I'll give you another example. So I've got a friend that works a full-time job, but in the winter he started a business where he installs Christmas lights. So he works 2 months out of the year, and this business creates 6 figures in 2 months that he does on the side during his spare time. So he took something that he was really good at, and it didn't really correlate with what he does in corporate America, but he's really handsy and he can build anything, he can do anything. So he saw the opportunity, it was probably 8 years ago, and now he does that every holiday and just keeps adding to it. But less than 2 months of work makes $100,000. So he identified a need in the marketplace, used his current skill set, and just created a business that is super successful. Okay, so rewinding back. So step one, identifying what your skill set is and what niche and consulting. Two, set up a some type of income system that's going to generate money for you while you're not there. So I know I use that example, and he's more hands on. Like for me, I would not be the one that's installing the lights. I would hire somebody to do that. But you got the other owner that has an automated business, and he's hired somebody. He's not ever there checking on the machines. He identified what niche he wanted to go to, and then how to scale it. Now his operations, he knows that. He knows the marketing piece, but he's got people that run the business. So I identified what niche to go into, and then created passive income. Then number three, once you get that piece figured out, then you scale it. So start with one, do proof of concept, scale it. The lights, proof of concept, then scale it. So didn't neither, one was an entrepreneur that wanted to just go full time and be more hands off. The other one just wanted to add income and stability. So he's got a safety net in case he ever wanted to leave his company. So, and then number three, like I said, scale. So that is a quick, very quick breakdown of what I would do if I wanted to exit corporate America in 90 days. So if that's something that you think of, or I have people reach out to me every single day, every single week, and they're either burnout or they want more freedom and control in their life. So there are different ways to do this, and I just walked you through what I would do if I had to start all over, or I just shared with you high level what I show people all across the United States to do so they can exit corporate America and live life on their terms. No more high stress, no more working 80 hours a week, and more importantly, building something that's long term for them. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, please just shoot me a note. Love to chat with you. But that's it for this video. Talk to you soon.